Hi everyone, I'm Cynthia and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. So on this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to go about making this beautiful crop top that you saw me putting on here. If this is something you want to learn how to make, I would say you should continue watch this video to the end. And if it's your first time coming across my channel, please do wait to hit on the subscribe button and join this family. So guys, welcome back. This is the fabric we are going to be making use of. I have this beautiful soft crepe fabric and it's around 1.5 yard. So I'll be starting by drafting the pattern for this particular top. So I already have a basic body pattern with me. As you can see, I already have a basic body pattern with me. So I'll just go ahead and label the lines that I have there for now. I have the chest line, the bust point, and the waistline, which is the full line, full length of the top, and also have my normal dart intake. So there are also some adjustments that we are going to be making on this particular pattern paper because we will still be needing our underbust line. So I'll go ahead and place my tape there and I'll be taking my underbust. So for me, my underbust is 13, but because of this particular measurement, I add half inch on that my underbust because of the nature of this top that I'm making. The gather won't be starting on the bust precisely, so I added half inch on my underbust. So my underbust was 13 and I added half inch and I was having 13.5 inch. So that was the line I insert at that point. That was the line I inserted there. I'll go ahead and extend it and I'll be writing it my underbust line. So guys, the full length of this top for the front is 20 because of the side dart that will be taken. So the front length of the top is 20 while the back will be 19. So because of the 1 inch um side bust dart, that was why the front is 20. As you can see, I've marked it and I've um mark a dotted line on it because we'll be closing that. So now on our neckline, we are going to also be doing an adjustment. As you can see, our basic neck was 3 by 3 for the front, but I went ahead to remove half inch there. And our neck depth, because it's a v neck, I'll be taking 11.5 inch, which is 11.05 inch. So my neckline now became 3.05 inch and my neck depth became 11.05 inch. So I connected it there. So on this underbust line, from the underbust and the other leg of the dart, I'll go ahead and connect it to that shape that I have at that V neck. So just watch at what I'm doing. I'll go ahead and place my ruler like this and I'll be connecting it to that part, that place that my neckline stop, that V neckline stop. And if you notice, I connect it from one leg of the dart so that when I cut this, the other pattern will be matching up. So I want to also form a curve at the side of this dress. As you can see, I place my tape there as well. I just place my tape like that and I cut it like this. I don't want mine to be straight or below my underbust. So you can notice I went up a little from my underbust, around 0.75 inches up. It wasn't up to 1 inch. So now at that our neckline, we are going to be doing our neck that tightening. So I want that because of the nature of the neck. So just watch at what I'm doing. So I divided my neck width by 2 and I went ahead to mark the midpoint. And then from that line, I'll be going up by 0.03 inch for the dart intake. 0.03 inch. So from that line, I went down by 0.03 inch. So that was what it was for the neck, for the V-shaped neckline tightening, because I want this V shape to fit in perfectly well. If you notice when I was putting my own, it fit very well. So we'll go ahead to close all the darts. I've already inserted my measurement, so I want to close the side bust dart and the neck and that V-shaped neckline dart. So that is what I'm just cutting out the excess of this paper so that I can be able to close the dart. So at that normal dart, I'll go ahead and open it up. So I'll just go ahead and open it up like this. So I'll just cut that side a little, but it wasn't necessary at this point. So that was why I didn't cut through. So I'll go ahead and open that to be up to the nipple point. But I won't be cutting through the nipple point. Then I'll be cutting this side as well. So I'll be cutting it very close to the nipple point. So I'll be taking up this part like this. You see, it wasn't going well. It wasn't that close. I have to go ahead and, but make sure you do not cut through. So I hold that part like this and close up the side bust dart. So this is what I meant by I'll be closing the side bust dart. So that was why I added 1 inch for the front length of this top. The normal length is 17, but because of the side bust dart, I added 1 inch. It makes it 20 inches for my top length. So now go ahead and cut it out. So I'll just guy now I'll be cutting that side out. So I also have to close this down part of this dress. I also have to close the dart of it. I also have to close the dart. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. So I'll go ahead and close the dart. I'll be using my sellotape to hold it down. I'll be using my sellotape to hold it down. So just close it dart. And when you close the dart, if you take your measurement, you find out that you still be having the same measurement. So now I want to also close the neck dart. That is the neckline dart. So I'll go ahead and cut it out like this. Just look at what I'm doing. And I'll be taking that part and I'll be closing it up. So I'll just cut it down a little again. So I'll now be closing it up. I'll be using my sellotape to hold that down as well. So I'll be holding it down, I'll be closing it, I'll be using myself. So I'm done closing that neckline dart. If you notice, our neckline do not align anymore, did not match up. So that is not an issue. Just go ahead and take your ruler and connect the line back together as you see me doing. So this neck that I took out, it just is just going to help your V-shaped neck to sit in perfectly. If you notice, mine was looking nice and it sits perfectly. So this is totally optional. You can just go ahead and cut your neckline like that. And you've also noticed at the side, I'm having a little shortage there as well. So whenever you close your dart, you find out that the line that you draw before will not align anymore. That is not that issue. Just go ahead and use your marker to align the line back. That is just what you'll be doing. So guys, I'm done cutting this front part. I'm done cutting the front part, as you can see. So I'll go ahead. You can see this down part how it's looking. I've closed the dart for the both side because my paper, I cut this pattern on fold. So now I want to get the midpoint of my shoulder. So I'll just go ahead and place my tape there like this, and I'll be folding it in. I'll be taking the midpoint. I'll be connecting it to the nipple point because we are going to be doing this splash and spread method. So I'll go ahead and cut through. I'll go ahead and cut it out like this, but I'll not be cutting it out completely. You'll see how I'll be doing it so that we can be able to do our splash and spread method. So that we can this will help us to get the gather that is at that on the bust part, that bustier part of the top. So this is it. I've gone ahead to place it on another pattern paper. And as you can see, I've hold it down with my sellotape. So I'll be measuring the gap I have there. So I'm having around 6 inches. I'm having 6 inches. So I'll just go ahead and draw a line like this to connect the two legs together. So that is it. This part that I splash like that, that is the part I'll be gathering for this particular bustier. So I'll be gathering it there. It will form a little gather at that bust part to make my breast fit in perfectly. So that is all for the front. I'll be dropping this aside and I'll be bringing the back pattern. Okay, I also have a basic back pattern that I've drafted out already. As you can see, I'll just go ahead and cut. I also have the back dart. Everything is on this basic body pattern. The measurement has been taken already. So I'll just go ahead and cut it. And our neckline for this bag is 3.5 inches because that is what we took for the front. So now guys, at that you see the length of the bag is 19 inches because I told you guys that the back is 19 inches. So now guys, at this waist part, if you look at this dress that is at the side of this video, you find out that the waist is having a sort of a rope that is tied there. So I'll go ahead and I'll be cutting, I'll be removing 2 inches from the top. So I'll be removing 2 inches. That 2 inches will be serving as our rope, as the band for the back. So this band will just be you will just add it at the back alone. You will not be adding it at the front. So go ahead and splash this to close our dart. So if you want, you can close the dart. If you want, you can leave it because the what you'll be cutting for this band will be times 3 of the length of the band, because my waist, when I divided it by 4, I was having 8, so I was cutting times 3 of that 8, which was 24. So when I measure it, as I was saying, I have 8. So you find out that when you close your dart and you try to align it with the upper part, you'll be having the upper part will be more than it because of that dart intake. But I will not be removing any dart on the upper part. I'll be using that dart to form a little gather while joining the band to it. So these are all the pieces. I'm done with the cutting. So I'll go ahead and cut it on our fabric and you guys will be seeing it. So guys, I'm done cutting this on our fabric. As you can see, this is what they are all looking like. So I'm done cutting it. You can see this part, I went ahead to add ½ inch down. I add my sewing allowance and also add ½ inch at the top that I'll be using to be joining the two pieces together. And I have 2 pieces for that particular one. This is the bust part. You can see at the side I have my seam allowance and also have ½ inch all through. And this, I cut this part 4, 2 for each part because I'll be using it for the lining piece as well. And this is the back piece. You can see I have my seam allowance. I added ½ inch at that center back because I'll be joining the two together. It doesn't have a zipper allowance, but I'll be using that to join it together. And this is our band. I have 4 pieces for it, 2 for each side of the back. So guys, I'll be dropping all those ones aside. I will start working with the bust part. So I'll be removing my pins. So now I'll go ahead and I'll be bringing it out. So I'm having 2 pieces at each side, one for the main fabric and one will be serving as the lining piece for the dress. So I'll go ahead and make a stitch at that neckline part. So I'll be making a stitch at that neckline part and I'll be bringing it to show you guys. So guys, I'm done making a stitch at that part. As you can see, I've done that for the both side. So I'll go ahead and open it up like this. You can see now I've bring out the front. I'll go ahead and iron it so that it can relax very well. I'll be doing the same thing at the other side as well. I'll go ahead and iron the both of them. So guys, this is what it's looking like after ironing it. You can see it's more relaxed now than before. So I'll be bringing down my pattern paper. I'll be placing it on top because I want to notch the parts that the gather will be. I don't want the gather to start from the, I just want it to be at that part that I splash, that I spread up. So I'll just go ahead and notch it. I'll make a notch there like this. And I'll also make a notch at that other part. So now I'll be taking that to my sewing machine to form a gather at that part. And I'll bring it back for you guys to see. So this is it. I've already formed my gather there. As you can see, just a little gather. Now I'll be bringing the down part of this front dress. So I'll be removing the pins. I know the down part is also, I cut two pieces, one for the main fabric and one for the lining piece. So I'll go ahead and open one like this. The front will be facing up, and I'll be bringing one of these cup. I'll be pinning it from the center. So I'll go ahead and pin it from the center and make sure that it fits in at that bust part. So I'll just make sure that my gather fits in at that part. So I'll go ahead and pin it from the center. Make sure you pin it from the center because this will not be overlapping. The V shape will just be there. So you just go ahead and pin it down before taking it to your sewing machine. It will help you while sewing. So I'll also be bringing the other side. I'll go ahead and pin it down from that place. Now you will not be overlapping it, you will just be pinning them separately from the center. So I'll go ahead and pin this down as well before I'll be taking them to my sewing machine to stitch it down. And you know, because of the shape of this bustier dress, it won't be easy doing that. So but just be careful while doing it. So guys, I'm done stitching it down. So you can see what it's looking like. So I'll go ahead and bring it inside like this because I want to place my lining on it. I want to add my lining. So I'll be placing my lining like this. The front side of this lining will be facing the front side of the other part of the dress, and I'll be stitching it from inside so that after stitching it, I'll turn it over. I hope you guys understand what I'm doing. If you don't understand what I'm saying, I know that you can understand what I'm doing. So I'm done stitching this down. You can see I'll go ahead and turn it over. So I'll be bringing it out like this. So guys, this is what it's looking like right now, as you can see. So I'll turn the other side. You also see that the both side are looking very neat. So I'll be dropping this aside and bring our back piece. So at that center part, I'll be making a stitch from the upper neck part to that my chest line. And I'll be also be turning the neckline with a fabric. So that is what I'll be doing. So I'm done doing that. I've turned the neckline and I've made that stitch. As you can see, I've made the stitch. So I'll go ahead and show you guys what I'll be doing to that part that is open that I didn't stitch down. So I'll go ahead and fold it in like this. I'll be folding in like this and I'll be stitching it down. I'll be doing this for the both side of this back. I'll just fold it in and I'll be stitching it down so that it will look neat. So now this is our waistband. This is what we'll be using for the waistband for the back, that part that I cut out. So I told you guys that my remaining waist was 8 inches. So I cut times 3 of 8. So the length of this band is 24. That means my waist divided by 4, it was 8, and I cut it. I times it by 3. It was 24. So and I have 4 of this piece, 2 for each side of the band. So you'll be seeing how I'll go ahead to do it. So I didn't want mine to be that shape. So I wanted to have this a little slanty shape on it. So that is I went ahead to do it. So guys, I'm done putting the waistband. So I didn't know that my phone wasn't recording it at that point when I put it. So I'll be using another fabric to do an illustration for you guys. So I'll be using this to illustrate to you guys how I went about placing my waistband. So I'll be using this piece like this. I'll go ahead and bring this part. You see, I want that part to be up that point. So I'll be placing the back of it like this. This is what I'm showing you guys now, how I did that on my clothes. So I'll also bring the second piece because I told you guys I have 2 pieces for each. So I'll be making a stitch from there. After making a stitch from there, from the down part, so I'll go ahead and turn it over like this. So that was what I did. So this is the band. It's looking nice. So I'll go ahead and I'll bring in our front piece so that we can join the front to the back. So we'll be joining the shoulder part first. After joining the shoulder, we'll be joining the sides of the dress. So you go ahead and join your shoulder. and you also join the side of the dress of this top. So guys, I'll be taking it to my machine to do that. So guys, I'm done joining the shoulder and the side of this particular top. So now it's now time for us to work on the sleeve. So I'll be showing you guys what the sleeve is looking like. So this is just a basic sleeve that I have, as you can see. This is just a basic sleeve that I have. So I'll be doing a little adjustment on that part that is that is on fold, the folded part. So I'll be bringing my tape. I'll be going up by 1.5 inches so that I can form that V shape that you saw on the sleeve. So that I can form the V shape. So I'll just go ahead and slant it to the other end. So you can just look at what I'm doing. I went up by 1.05 inches. So I just went ahead and slant it like that. You can see my own V shape is looking very small because of the length of my sleeve and also the wideness of the sleeve. But that is how you can go about making your V shape. So I'll go ahead and join the sleeve to my top, and I'll be showing you guys what it looks like. So guys, this is what the sleeve is looking like. If you can see it right now, I have that V shape on it. See, it's looking like this and it's looking beautiful already. So guys, this is all for this tutorial. So the only thing that is left for us to do now is to go ahead and hem the down of our clothes. So I'll be starting from one part of the waistband to the other side of it, and I'll also be doing the same for the back part. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you.